Hi, I'm Ayla. I am a fashion designer and a mom. This is the beginning of a journey, a story about creativity, identity, and transformation, about how fashion shapes who we are and how life's challenges change the way we see ourselves and the world. In this video, I want to share a very personal experience. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I was ready to speak about it. But now I feel it's time. So let's begin here. I was graduated from a top fashion school 10 years ago. I thought that was truly the beginning of my life, full of light, freedom, and endless possibilities. I was once a designer with a promising future, along with an unequal marriage and exhausting years of motherhood, and a relationship scandal that caught public attention, completely changed how people saw me. I was no longer seen as a creator, but became a troublemaker, a symbol swallowed by controversial. What followed were endless misunderstandings and attacks. I was doxxed, stigmatized, and isolated, and even subjected to suspected surveillance and ongoing harassment for 5 years. This wasn't a random nor isolated silence. During that time, I often asked myself, who am I, really? A woman labeled as controversial, a mother who left the workforce for 10 years, a resume almost blank, a person reduced to a symbol, easy to judge and easier to erase. Online abuse made me reflect deeply. Why is it that when the same person speaks, some voices are heard much louder than others? I gradually realized society still lacks respect for stay-at-home mothers and harbors deep-rooted prejudice against vulnerable groups. Many attacks are neither accidental nor isolated. They are tolerated, guided, and sometimes actively driven. Platforms appear neutral on the surface, yet maintain an invisible balance between power and traffic. In this system, ruled by algorithms and attention economy, an ordinary person can be amplified and torn apart overnight, only to be forgotten just as quickly. Why is doxing so easy? Why do rumors always outrun clarification? Why has the truth become less and less important? Will those who manipulate public opinion ever be held accountable? Perhaps we don't have the answers yet. But these questions must be raised. This experience must also be remembered, not to accuse, but to ensure that certain things never happen again. After a long process of reflection and healing, I'll finally let go of resentment. But I also know that speaking out again will bring new unease and resistance. If there were no ongoing surveillance, and if I had the most basic privacy and creative freedom, I wouldn't have to bring this up again. The reality is, some powers have been abused, and some people, driven by self-interest, choose to fan the flames. I became someone known across the internet, but in the worst possible way. My name, my image, and my story without my consent, was shared, interpreted, and distorted. Fame is sometimes like giving birth. Once it happens, there is no going back. I choose to speak out, not to blame anyone, nor to seek a verdict, simply to put this experience back where it belongs. No longer denying it, no longer avoiding it. Speaking out is part of my process of rebuilding myself. I know my experience isn't unique. It reflects issues that deserve to be seen, discussed, and changed. I hope that when someone is pushed into the spotlight in the future, they won't have to endure endless harassment or harm. I am a mother, a designer, a woman slowly rebuilding herself. I have restarted my own brand with no funding, no team. But for the first time in my life, I am truly living for myself. This is my journey from breaking down to rebuilding, dedicated to all who have been ignored, denied, and bullied. You are not worthless. You are just trapped too long. You are not a failure. You simply haven't started living for yourself yet. In memory of those who lost their lives to cyberbullying, you are not forgotten. May you find peace in another world. Thank you to all who have spoken up for me and for vulnerable groups. Your courage lit a light in the darkness with deepest respect and gratitude. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If any of these resonated with you, even just a little, feel free to share your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Be less perfect, more you.